So since being here at GHT, I've been involved in a number of volunteer activities and roles. I started off, as every volunteer does, doing the 3-day course in understanding and HIV, which is a fantastic course. It's so in-depth and you learn so much. But from there, I started doing community support, which was one-on-one work with service users out in the community, helping them to achieve small goals. And then from that, I went on to do positive speaking facilitation, so going out to schools, colleges, workplaces, and helping to kind of break down the myths around HIV and kind of challenge people's stigma and prejudice, which is great because you're right out there on the front line with service users as well, who are kind of breaking those stereotypes. And then I got involved with GHT a bit more and started on a new volunteer programme, which was advice support, and that's working downstairs in the main services office with the service advisors, helping to kind of share their workload because it is sky high. And alongside that, GHT managed to find funding for some of us to do an MVQ in advice and guidance, so I'm kind of getting qualifications out of my volunteering as well, which is great. And I also, somewhere in amongst all that, work with the chief executive, and we currently desperately need a new elevator, a new lift in the building. We're on 3 floors, and we have service users with mobility problems, and we need a lift. So I'm helping her to secure some funding for that lift as well. The main things that I enjoy about volunteering at GHT are, well, I think coming here, there's so many colourful characters in the building, be it staff or people who come to use the services as well. So, you know, every single day is different, and you're in a really friendly team of people, and you really feel valued. And if you're working directly with service users as well, you really get to see a broad range of people, and it's really humbling as well to kind of see the different ways that people deal with living with HIV, and you know, and also to kind of acknowledge that sometimes people don't cope as well, and that we're here, and that volunteers give up their time to help as well as paid staff. But yeah, there's never a dull day in the office. It's always busy and manic, and it's great, and it's just a really nice atmosphere amongst the staff, and the staff really respect the volunteers and the time that they give, and you do feel valued as a volunteer, which I think is probably rare in the voluntary sector, because the amount of responsibility that volunteers are given here at GHT is really high. And that makes it worthwhile, and that makes you want to come here and give up your time for free. Volunteering at GHT has given me absolutely loads. I mean, it's boosted my confidence massively, and the opportunities that have been presented to me in the short space of time I've been here have been absolutely fantastic. I mean, I've only really been active volunteering for just over a year because I was away travelling after I did my initial training. And the broad range of opportunities that presented are just fantastic. And I mean, I never had any office or administration experience. I've never used an internal phone system or a personal administration system. And GHC provided me with the training to do that. And in my day job, that's really beneficial because I work as an actor and a model, and often you're actually expected, especially in the acting world, to be able to do administration as well because there's so little money around. So it's been great in terms of helping me and my professional development. And you know, like I said, I've done an MVQ, and I'm now probably qualified to work within a social care setting, and that's something, you know, if you asked me a year and a half ago, would I be here talking about whether, you know, I'd be considering perhaps a career or even a part-time career in social care or in voluntary sector work, I wouldn't have even considered it. But you know, it's just the opportunities have just been fantastic. My message to anybody wanting to get involved here at GHT is to just bite the bullet and go for it, because GHT offers fantastic opportunities for volunteers. They really, really respect you and your skills and your time, and the programme that is in place for volunteers is second to none. Even if you don't think that you've got the skills for specific volunteer roles, GHT provides ongoing training and support and development. And, you know, like I said, I'm now perhaps even considering a career in voluntary sector work or social care, and that's something that I never thought I would, and those are the opportunities that have been presented to me since I've been here. So yeah, definitely, you know, pick up the phone, send that email, and just get stuck in.